Hi everyone, welcome to Be Different for Success. Today we'll be talking about what are stocks and how do they work. Stocks are an investment in a company and that company's profits. Investors buy stocks to earn a return on their investment. Simply put, stocks are a way to build wealth. They are an investment that means you own a share in the company that issued the stock. Stocks are how ordinary people invest in some of the most successful companies in the world. For companies, stocks are a way to raise money to fund growth, products, and other initiatives. What are stocks and why you should own them? When you buy the stock of a company, you're effectively buying an ownership share in that company. Does that mean you get to sit next to Tim Cook at Apple's next shareholder meeting? No, but in most cases, it does mean you'll have the right to vote at those meetings if you choose to exercise it. But the primary reason that investors own stock is to earn a return on their investment. That return generally comes in two possible ways. The stock price appreciates, which means it goes up. You can then sell the stock for a profit if you'd like. The stock pays dividends. Not all stocks pay dividends, but many do. Dividends are payments made to shareholders out of the company's revenue, and they're typically paid quarterly. Over the long term, the average annual stock market return is 10%. That average falls to between 7% and 8% after adjusting for inflation. That means $1,000 invested in stocks 30 years ago would be worth over $8,000 today. It's important to note that historical return is an average across all stocks in the S&P 500, a collection of around 500 of the biggest companies in the US. It doesn't mean that every stock posted that kind of return. Some posted much less or even failed completely. Others posted much higher returns. That's why it's wise to buy stock in more than just one company and build a well-rounded portfolio that includes stocks in many companies across various industries and geographies. How do stocks work? Companies sell shares in their business to raise money. They then use that money for various initiatives. A company might use money raised from a stock offering to fund new products or product lines, to invest in growth, to expand their operations, or to pay off debt. Companies typically begin to issue shares in their stock through a process called an initial public offering, or IPO. Once a company's stock is on the market, it can be bought and sold among investors. If you decide to buy a stock, you'll often buy it from another investor who wants to sell the stock, and not from the company itself. Likewise, if you want to sell a stock, you'll sell to another investor who wants to buy. These trades are handled through a stock exchange, with a broker representing each investor. Many investors these days use online stockbrokers, buying and selling stocks through the broker's trading platform, which connects them to exchanges. If you don't have a brokerage account, you'll need one to buy stocks. What does it mean when you own stocks? Most investors own what's called common stock, which is what is described above. Common stock comes with voting rights and may pay investors dividends. Other kinds of stocks, called preferred stocks, work a bit differently. Preferred stock is frequently compared to bonds. It typically pays investors a fixed dividend. Preferred shareholders also get preferential treatment. Dividends are paid to preferred shareholders before common shareholders, including in the case of bankruptcy or liquidation. Preferred stock prices are less volatile than common stock prices, which means shares are less prone to losing value, but they're also less prone to gaining value. In general, preferred stock is best for investors who prioritize income over long-term growth. The advantages and disadvantages of both stocks are: Number 1. Common stock. Pros: potential for higher long-term returns and voting rights. Cons: if dividends are available, they are often lower, variable, and not guaranteed. Stock prices and dividends may experience more volatility. More likely to lose investment if the company goes bankrupt. So this kind of stock is best for investors looking for long-term growth. Number 2. Preferred stock. Pros: dividends are typically higher, fixed and guaranteed. Share price experiences less volatility. Preferred shareholders are more likely to recover at least part of investment in case of bankruptcy. Cons: lower long-term growth potential and no voting rights in most cases. So this kind of stock is best for investors looking for income. In any case, owning a stock doesn't mean you carry a lot of weight within the company or that you get to rub elbows with company bigwigs, and doesn't mean that you own a piece of the company's assets, nor are you entitled to a parking spot in the company lot or a desk at the company's headquarters. What you own essentially is a share in the company's profits and its losses. The goal is to increase the value of the company and for the value of its stock to go up while you're a shareholder. But while stocks overall have a history of high returns, they also come with risk. It's entirely possible that a stock in your portfolio will go down in value instead of going up in value. Stock prices fluctuate for a variety of reasons, from overall market volatility to company-specific events, like a communications crisis or a product recall. Many long-term investors hold on to stock for years, without frequent buying or selling. And while they see those stocks fluctuate over time, their overall portfolio goes up in value over the long term. These investors often own stocks through mutual funds or index funds, which pool many investments together. You can buy a large section of the stock market, for example, a stake in all of the companies in the S&P 500 through a mutual fund or index fund. What are the benefits and risks of stocks? Stocks offer investors the greatest potential for growth and capital appreciation over the long haul. Investors willing to stick with stocks over long periods of time, say 15 years, generally have been rewarded with strong positive returns. But stock prices move down as well as up. There's no guarantee that the company whose stock you hold will grow and do well, so you can lose money if you invest in stocks. If a company goes bankrupt and its assets are liquidated, common stockholders are the last in line to share in the proceeds. The company's bondholders will be paid first, and then holders of preferred stock. If you are a common stockholder, you get whatever is left, which may be nothing. Even when companies aren't in danger of failing, their stock price may fluctuate up or down. If you have to sell shares on a day when the stock price is below the price you paid for the shares, you will lose money on the sale. Market fluctuations can be unnerving to some investors. A stock price can be affected by factors inside the company, such as a faulty product, or by events the company has no control over, such as political or market events. The risks of stock holdings can be offset in part by investing in a number of different stocks. Investing in other kinds of assets that are not stocks, such as bonds, is another way to offset some of the risks of owning stocks. How to buy and sell stocks. You can buy and sell stocks through number 1, direct stock plan. Some companies allow you to buy or sell their stock directly through them without using a broker. This saves on commissions, but you may have to pay other fees to the plan, including if you transfer shares to a broker to sell them. Some companies limit direct stock plans to employees of the company or existing shareholders. Some require minimum amounts for purchases or account levels. Number 2, dividend reinvestment plan. These plans allow you to buy more shares of a stock you already own by reinvesting dividend payments into the company. You must sign an agreement with the company to have this done. Check with the company or your brokerage firm to see if you will be charged for this service. Number 3, discount or full-service broker. Brokers buy and sell shares for customers for a fee, known as a commission. Number 4, stock funds are another way to buy stocks. These are a type of mutual fund that invests primarily in stocks. Depending on its investment objective and policies, a stock fund may concentrate on a particular type of stock, such as blue chips, large cap value stocks, or mid-cap growth stocks. Stock funds are offered by investment companies and can be purchased directly from them, a broker, or an advisor. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please click the thumbs up and write your personal tips in the comments below. Thank you for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more from us. See you in the next video.